안녕하십니까? 2021년 10월 고등학교 3학년 모의 대학 수학능력 시험 영어 영역 듣기 평가 안내 방송입니다. 잠시 후 고등학교 3학년 모의 대학 수학능력 시험 3교시 영어 영역 듣기 평가 방송을 시작하겠습니다. 수험생 여러분은 편안한 마음으로 방송에 귀를 기울여 주시고 감독 선생님께서는 스피커의 음량을 알맞게 조절해 주십시오. 수험생 여러분은 답안을 작성하기 전에 반드시 답안지 왼쪽 해당란에 성명, 수험 번호 등을 정확하게 기입하고 표기하였는지 확인하시기 바랍니다. 답란에 정답을 표기하기 전에 답안지에 있는 수험생 준수 사항을 꼭 확인하십시오. 듣기 평가 문제는 1번부터 17번까지입니다. 방송을 잘 듣고 문제지에 있는 5개의 답지 중에서 맞는 답 하나만 골라 답안지의 해당란에 바르게 표기하십시오. 듣기 평가는 타종 없이 시작됩니다. 이제 문제지 표지를 넘기시기 바랍니다. 그러면 지금부터 3교시 영어 영역 듣기 평가를 시작하겠습니다. 1번부터 17번까지는 듣고 답하는 문제입니다. 1번부터 15번까지는 한 번만 들려주고 16번부터 17번까지는 2번 들려줍니다. 방송을 잘 듣고 답을 하시기 바랍니다. 1번. 다음을 듣고 남자가 하는 말의 목적으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hello, residents. I'm Gregory Kopax, manager of the Sunrise Apartments complex. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful fall. While working here as manager for the past 10 years, I've met so many terrific coworkers and had great interactions with our residents. But sadly, I must inform you that I'll be concluding my duties at the office this month for personal reasons. This is not an easy decision, but I think it's time to resign for myself and my family. My final day will be November 30th, and my replacement will be determined by then. I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll miss each and every one of you. Thank you for listening.
(2번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 의견으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Did you want to see me, Mrs. Danvers?
Yes, Alan. I checked your winter reading list.
I filled the list with books that I'd like to read during the winter vacation.
Well, they're all novels, mostly mystery novels.
Right. I'm very interested in mystery novels these days.
Reading for pleasure is good, but you also need to read strategically.
What do you mean by reading strategically?
You'll be in the 11th grade next year. And didn't you tell me you want to major in economics?
Yes, I did. Do you mean I should read books about economics?
Yes, I think you should. Reading economics books in advance will be helpful for college admissions.
I see. I'll add a couple of economics books to my reading list.
Good. I'm sure you can find some good ones.
(3번) 대화를 듣고 두 사람의 관계를 가장 잘 나타낸 것을 고르시오.
Hi, Kevin. You came earlier than I expected. How was your day?
It was fantastic. I was especially impressed by the 3-story stone pagoda at the Dadi Temple.
It's one of the country's national treasures.
I think it's worth visiting. By the way, what are you doing with that shovel?
I've been planting some flowers. Look at them. Aren't they so pretty?
Yes. You put in a lot of time to looking after the house and garden.
Taking care of this traditional Korean house as a host is one of my responsibilities, and I'm happy to do it.
Great. And thanks to your recommendations, I've been having a great trip.
Thank you for saying so. You're supposed to check out tomorrow, right?
Yes, I'll leave for Seoul tomorrow morning.
Sounds good. Dinner will be served in an hour in the dining room.
Thank you.
(4번) 대화를 듣고 그림에서 대화의 내용과 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Hey, Fred. I finished the book cover design for the new client. Would you take a look at it?
Sure. It's a science book. I see the word chemistry circled in the top left corner.
Right. It's for elementary chemistry.
Is the boy wearing glasses? They don't look like ordinary glasses.
They're protective goggles used in the lab.
I see. This bow tie the boy is wearing is eye-catching.
I like it too. And I put a microscope in the bottom left corner. Do you think it's okay?
Yes, it's similar to the one I used in my school days.
Look, I put the title of the book and the author's name in the bottom right corner.
The author's name must be Dr. Jennifer Donovan. I see her name above the title, Matter.
Yeah, she's a famous chemist, so her name goes above the title.
(5번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 남자에게 부탁한 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hey, Andrew, I found a German guide for our club's ski trip to the Alps.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, I believe it's better to have a guide with us.
I think so too. How did you find the guide?
I contacted a local travel agency. They introduced him to me.
Good. Does he have a lot of experience?
Yes, of course. They said he has many years of experience.
I think you'd better meet him in person before the trip.
You're right. I made an appointment to meet him this Saturday at the travel agency office.
Great. You can plan out the trip when you meet him.
Andrew, if you can go to see him with me, it'll be a big help. You can speak German, can't you?
Yes, I can. I'll go with you.
(6번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 지불할 금액을 고르시오.
Hi, I'd like to exchange this baby coat. Here's the receipt.
Sure. Is there anything wrong with it?
No, it's just too small for my son. I'd like to get one in a bigger size.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, but we don't have the same coat in a bigger size.
Oh my. Then how much is this one?
Oh, that baby coat is $65. The one you are returning is $50. You just have to pay the difference.
Okay, I'll exchange it with this coat. And how much are these baby socks?
It's $15 for 5 pairs of socks, but $25 for 10 pairs.
I'll buy 10 pairs.
Okay, here's your total.
All right, here's my credit card.
(7번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 오늘 배구 연습에 갈 수 없는 이유를 고르시오.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Steve. I heard you made it to the finals of the speaking contest.
Right. I'm lucky to have made it this far. I'll be busy preparing for the final round this week.
Then, can't you come to volleyball practice after school today?
Today? Isn't it tomorrow?
It was originally tomorrow, but it's been changed to today.
Oh, then I'm afraid I can't come to the practice today because of my volunteer work.
What volunteer work?
I look after animals at the Animal Welfare Center on Wednesdays, and today is Wednesday.
Really? I didn't know that.
I've only just started recently. Please tell everyone that I'm sorry I can't come today.
Of course I will.
(8번) 대화를 듣고 브릭스톤 커뮤니티 옥션에 관해 언급되지 않은 것을 고르시오.
Vicky, did you say you needed a sofa?
Yes, I moved into an apartment with no furniture, so I need all kinds of things.
Then why don't we go to Brixton Community Auction? It'll be held this Saturday, November 6th.
Is it a kind of second-hand auction?
Yes. Gently used items are sold at reasonable prices. Plus, the auction site is City Square, which is near your apartment.
That's fantastic. But I don't drive a car, so I can't move heavy items myself.
They have a delivery service too. Last time I bought a table, I got it delivered for only $3.
This is sounding better and better. When should we meet?
Let's meet at 10 in the morning, when the auction opens.
Why so early?
The first 100 visitors are given free snack coupons.
Oh, the early bird catches snacks. Sounds cool.
(9번) 무비 리뷰 클래스에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Hello, students. I'm Patricia Francis. This is a movie review class for beginners who want to write movie reviews. In this class, you will create a written movie review using the concepts and skills instructed by me and the materials provided. You will also watch movies in class. Depending on the length of the movie, it could take more than 2 hours. You have to fill out the movie review worksheet while you watch and submit your movie review every week. I'll grade you based on your worksheet and movie review. Your review must be at least 2 pages long and at least 900 to 1,000 words. You'll watch various genres of movies, including action, comedy, romance, and mystery. I'm sure you will find this class interesting.
(10번) 다음 표를 보면서 대화를 듣고 두 사람이 주문할 무선 키보드를 고르시오.
What are you looking at on your smartphone, honey?
I'm looking at a list of the latest wireless keyboards. My old keyboard broke last week.
I know. Let's choose one from the list.
I want a light keyboard, something that weighs less than 500 grams.
Me too. What price range do you have in mind?
It doesn't make a big difference to me, but I don't want to spend more than $40.
All right. Luckily, the price of keyboards has gone down recently.
Why don't we choose the color?
Any color is fine with me, as long as it's not black.
I see. There are now 2 options left. Do you want the foldable one?
Of course. I need it to fold so that I can take it everywhere.
Cool. I'll order the one that is foldable.
11번. 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
I made a reservation for a room for today. My name is Lloyd Webber.
I see. Your room is on the 15th floor. The room number is 1511. It's a room with a mountain view.
I'm sorry, but can I switch it to a room with an ocean view?
(12번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Dad, how many hours do we have before the plane lands at the airport?
Let me see. About 3.5 hours. Why don't you get some sleep?
I'm sleepy, but I don't want to skip lunch. It'll be served in an hour or so.
(13번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Eva, I heard you moved to a new apartment near Austin.
Yeah, I moved last month.
How do you like your new apartment?
I love it except for the public transportation. My new apartment is just 6 kilometers from work, but there's no direct bus or subway.
Then how long does it take to get to work?
It takes about 40 minutes by bus and 30 minutes by subway.
How about buying a car?
My husband drives our family car, and I don't want to buy another.
If you have a bike, how about using it to commute to work?
I hadn't thought of that before. I do have one at home.
Then I recommend you ride it to work. It'll cut your commuting time and keep you healthy.
(14번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Stacy, you finished the New York Marathon last week. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm happy that I was able to run more than 40 kilometers.
You're really into marathons. So, what's your next goal?
I'm thinking of challenging myself with an ultra-marathon.
What's an ultra-marathon?
It's something longer than a regular marathon. The shortest ones are about 50 kilometers long.
The shortest? What are the longest ones then?
The longest are as long as 500 kilometers, but they're for professional runners. Ordinary ultramarathon courses are less than 100 kilometers.
I see. How would you train for one of those?
So far, I've done one long run a week, but for an ultramarathon, I'll aim for 2 or more.
(15번) 다음 상황 설명을 듣고 댄이 제인에게 할 말로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
After consulting with her parents, Jane decides to apply to Welton University, but they require applicants to take an essay test. She is good at speaking in front of others, but she's really afraid of writing an essay. She thinks she needs someone to help her prepare for the essay test. Her parents advise her to give her brother Dan a call. He is a junior at Baylor University and is good at writing essays. When Jane asks him if he can help her prepare for the essay test, he replies that he can help her out. He wants to tell her that if she writes an essay and sends it to him once a week, he'll read and comment on it. In this situation, what would Dan most likely say to Jane?
(16번부터 17번까지는) 두 번 들려줍니다. 16번과 17번. 다음을 듣고 물음에 답하시오.
Greetings, everybody. Last time, we learned about some of the music enjoyed around the world. Today, we'll talk about the things that create music. Some may wonder what makes an object a musical instrument. For example, when your brother taps on cups, are they musical instruments? The definition of music is the art of producing pleasing combinations of tones. So something used for that purpose becomes an instrument. For example, if a person blows on a piece of paper to create a pleasing melody, the paper is an instrument. Then, what about the sound of water dripping from the roof? Since nobody is playing it intentionally, the water is not an instrument. In contrast, if your friend beats boxes in rhythmical beats, the boxes become great instruments. You may wonder what various things can be used in music. Seashells, stone, and even tin cans can create pleasing sounds and become a part of your music-making project. Now, let's listen to a piece and guess what objects are used as instruments.
다시 한번 듣겠습니다.
Greetings, everybody. Last time, we learned about some of the music enjoyed around the world. Today, we'll talk about the things that create music. Some may wonder what makes an object a musical instrument. For example, when your brother taps on cups, are they musical instruments? The definition of music is the art of producing pleasing combinations of tones. So something used for that purpose becomes an instrument. For example, if a person blows on a piece of paper to create a pleasing melody, the paper is an instrument. Then, what about the sound of water dripping from the roof? Since nobody is playing it intentionally, the water is not an instrument. In contrast, if your friend beats boxes in rhythmical beats, the boxes become great instruments. You may wonder what various things can be used in music. Seashells, stone, and even tin cans can create pleasing sounds and become a part of your music-making project. Now, let's listen to a piece and guess what objects are used as instruments.
16번. 여자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것은? (17번) 언급된 물건이 아닌 것은? 이제 듣기 문제가 끝났습니다. 18번부터는 문제지의 지시에 따라 답을 하기 바랍니다.